Off to an interesting start. Buen dia. Welcome. I'm Kay, here to give you a message. Kay or Kai, either one is true. You can call me either. I'm being told to simply get a message, no riffraff, as it's intended. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Friends close, enemies closer. So we starting out this reading by just being willing to recognize that the people trying to get the closest to you are likely trying to harvest something from you. People that are giving you distance, they're respecting the game. They're respecting what's happening in the spiritual realm, even if they don't know how to explain it. Even if they don't really know exactly what's going on, they can sense it, and they're not trying to harvest off of you. You'll know the difference. Keeping your friends close will fill your tank. Fill your tank. Why don't you fill the tank? That's what you're being called to do. Friends close, enemies closer. But as you can see, keeping those enemies closer to you is going to drain your tank. This is absolutely occurring in the spiritual realm. You're feeling the pressure subconsciously, if not quite literally. We just had a full moon, so take that into consideration, that there are subconscious overloads occurring for many people. Well, for all of us in our own way, but some are not taking it so well. Some are not ready to do the work. And so someone that you may experience as an enemy is very much in that vibration of not wanting to deal with what they got going on inside of them. So they want to harvest on you. But if you keep your distance, and you really do the work, and you do the internal work to understand what your triggers are telling you, to understand what your spirit is telling you, what your emotions are trying to signal to you, what your wounds are comprised of, then you're going to be able to find ways to naturally fill your tank, to fuel yourself, rather than being an energy vampire of sorts or allowing energy vampires to siphon from you. These energy pulls are not going to be always in the physical. This is stuff that's occurring where you may not have your eyes on a person. It may have everything to do with how they've found a way to connect to you in a non-physical way. Like this could be like social media lurkers. This could be a past relation, family, friends, co-workers, anything like that, where this person may not be in your space, but they have some kind of tether that they've created to you, where the truth of the matter is you've given that access before, if not right now, and they still have something that they're trying to snatch off of you. They want to drain you. They want to get as close to you as possible, but they're going to try to make it seem like they're not the one making these attacks on you. But as this full moon has just passed, Friday the 13th has just passed. And so there is a huge energy harvest, especially for narcissistic entities, for highly wounded entities that they don't do the work. They don't. They just run from the work. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Shout out to the autistic community. I respect it. My partner is autistic, so very intelligent, very incredible people. People just have to respect what your needs are, you know. That's always going to be the case. So this message is intended for absolutely everyone. This message needs to get out to absolutely everyone. There's no riffraff here. And what I'm telling you guys applies to each and every one of us. There is a spiritual warfare going on. And if you are not cleansing yourself and processing your densities, your traumas, your wounds, and healing these different aspects of yourself, then you will get left behind. And so I'm just giving this message out to anyone who will listen, those who are specifically intended to receive it from me, because if you don't get hip to the games, you're gonna be left behind. And what that means is you won't, not only will you lose your meat suit, but you'll be trapped in a certain density of existence, and you won't be able to transcend different realms into the higher realms. Higher not necessarily meaning above us, but lighter, faster, being able to move at faster speeds on an energetic level. Let's see. So these say, consult the ancestors, refer to the book of spirits, and I don't know why I don't like you, and romance. So there are individuals right now who are suffering because maybe some past romances are still toiling in their spirit, or there's a cord that hasn't been fully disconnected yet. It may never. We have soulmates for a reason. We have individuals that come into our lives that we signed contracts with, but for a purpose of awareness and deep understanding of ourselves, and for the purpose of healing these things that maybe in another life we weren't respecting what these energies were, what they were telling us, right? So even now, while you may want to get away from someone, it doesn't matter if you're close or near. It matters whether or not you're processing something in authenticity to be able to see the truth of the matter and recognize what energies are for what they are, good, bad, or indifferent. It says, I don't know why I don't like you. And that's a very interesting thing. This speaks to how us as individuals, we can trick ourselves. You can trick yourself from a perspective of ego. Your ego is a persona of you. It is an aspect of your being that is built on a personality. And within this personality, it's to shield you or to protect you or to hide certain things, to allow you to be able to operate in a particular way in the physical. So when it comes to this ego, it is to be integrated. It is to be useful to you as a tool, but it is not to overtake you. And when it comes to people that don't really understand what they want or why they do the things they do on a soul level, that's because they are stuck in their time loops or in their energetic loops with their ego, perhaps like an unevolved portion of themselves that they're holding on too deeply, labeling themselves a certain way, or not being authentic with the feelings they feel. This could very well apply to you specifically if you're going through this, but obviously this could apply to an energy that is attaching itself to you or trying to make sure it stays attached to you. Hey there, lovelies. Shout out to you. Thank you for popping in. Please do receive this message as best you can. I'm just giving it to it as I'm hearing it. Consult the ancestors. So whether or not you consider yourself a reader, a channeler, a shaman, a healer, anything like that, we are all healers in our own way, and we all have spirit teams. So however it is that you perceive messages through your sight, like clairvoyance, through your taste, like I forget what it's called, but you can look it up, the clairs, whatever way that your gifts speak to you, use them at this time and do not sell yourself short about it. This could be as simple as you get messages in your mind like telepathy, or when you're watching things or out and about in the world and you notice patterns or synchronicities, whether it's numbers, whether it's animals, whether it's behaviors, you'll start noticing certain things. That is a skill too. That is a gift too. So in whichever way that it comes to you, access that because the ancestors, your ancestors and your spirit team are communicating with you constantly through these ways. And the more honest you get with yourself, the more you elevate consciously, the more conscientious you become, the more that you process and understand these messages. And that's very key because the whole world is shifting in a way universally to get on this playing field where being a dodo really stems from inauthenticity. Being unaware is what's gonna trap you more than anything. Like, we're at a stage where it's getting to a point that the earth and the universe itself is being prepared so that individuals who don't want to live in authenticity are the ones that suffer the most. It didn't always used to be that way. In fact, it was the opposite for a long time, where people who lived in their truths were chastised or beat down or cursed, whatever. But in this current situation, the tables are turning, and this is not just because I said so. This is a vibrational shift. So let's get just another message. This won't be a super long message. I want to go ahead and give you guys a bit of an oracle. And then after I pull an oracle for you, I'm here and pull the elemental oracle. So after I pull an oracle, I will also pull a crystal because this is the Crystalcays divination short. So you know we got to drop a crystal for you, give you some knowledge in that way. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know what the elemental spirits have for you in this particular message. Okay? Yes. Magnetism. Magnetism. So what this is showing me is that you have to stop rejecting what is meant for you, but you also have to stop holding on to things that are outdated for you. Things that your higher self is nudging you to reject, nudging you to release. It's gonna happen naturally. The less you try to force, the less you try to mangle something into or force something into a particular fashion or existence, the more natural it's going to become, and the momentum will carry it the way things should be. Solidarity. So this is showing me that you guys have to start from scratch if need be. Whatever scratch looks like for you, start over right where you're at and allow yourself to suspend judgment. Allow yourself to say, look, this is where I'm at energetically. This is where I'm at in my internal world. This is whatever my external world looks like. It could be a hot ass mess or not. But meet it where it's at. Suspend the judgment and trust that anything that's worth having is going to be labored for, but it starts with the foundation of you, the inner world of you. Everything that comes from that place, that's what's going to be stabilized. That's what's going to be here forever. If you're building things on falsehoods, on ill intent, on the ego and nothing but, without the ego being integrated into your soul space and into your higher self and into your true destiny and your true purpose of existence, on top of whatever the ego is supposed to assist you with as far as like protections from certain attacks and things like that, then it's going to fall away. It's going to break apart. It's going to break down, and you're going to feel drained because the momentum is going to be constantly interrupted and shifted into a backslide or shifted into the momentum of something else, basically. If you're not allowing things to be properly attracted to you by your stability and by the attraction of your soul space, then your energy is going to be pulled out of you and attracted to something else. And that's really how it works. So we've got 18, 37. These numbers very well could be significant to you. We also got 9 and 10. So this is letting me know that many of you who are receiving this message, I also heard Life Path 9, and I heard 1111. life path 11 as well. So this is letting me know you guys are not new to the game. You guys are here on this earth to allow others to learn from you and to bring in a higher wisdom into the space. So you got to start with yourself. And I just will leave it there on the oracle note. Let me go ahead and pull a crystal for you, collective, and then we'll call it a wrap for this message. So I love to use this beautiful crystal deck. I've had it since I've ever first started channeling. Once I had enough money to buy a deck, I bought a Rider Waite deck, which is like the standard tarot deck, and then I bought this crystal grid deck. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's by Grace Duong. So if anybody wants it, I recommend it. It helps me still to this day. And it helps all of us, apparently. So I'm going to pull a crystal for this collective. Let's go ahead and get it right now. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. So we got the cat's eye. I love the cat's eye, okay? It's gonna give you strength with agility. It's gonna heighten your intuition. It's this vibration of the moon, this very mysterious energy around the cat's eye. We all know cats are very spiritual and they're very in tune with higher spiritual realms, even dark realms. But in terms of light and dark, you know, well, if you know, you know. But light and dark isn't about good and bad. It's about power, divine power on either end of the spectrum. So cat's eye will function as a form of protection. If you do not have a cat's eye, please try to get your hands on one. If you don't, that's fine. You can meditate over a picture of it. You can meditate over this photo here or this portal here, or you can look it up online, something like that. Or you can also picture it in your third eye. It will do the work. It will bring in the work, or you will call in the work from the cat's eye. Let me let you know that the cat's eye is a talisman that helps to ward off and protect against evil and unforeseen danger coming your way. As it increases your agility, it allows you to fly beneath your competitors. So if there are entities or individuals that see themselves as your opposition or your competitors, it gives you a certain edge as to not expose not only your intention, but your movement. And of course, you have to set good intentions to use this in a way that is not perverse. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But cat eye will enhance your night vision. So you meditate with cat eye and you'll recognize that you'll have better vision at night, literally. And you'll also have a sharper, more keen intuition, maneuvering around spirits that typically would be seen as dangerous or problematic. It'll give you the ability to see shadows in higher definition, particularly important for individuals who feel they face night terrors or sleep paralysis. Also access balance in your crown chakra. There was a bit of a stutter there, so something about this collective is struggling with your crown chakra, with processing the higher vibrational knowledges that you sense that they are out there, but as far as receiving them, understanding them, and internalizing them and using them for your benefit is a bit of a challenge right now. You may feel blocked in that way. That's okay. Cat Eye will assist you in regenerating yourself so that you can regain what you feel you've lost, and then you can open yourself up not only in your crown chakra but in other ways as well. Very much so Venus energy, so self-love kind of wrapped up in there, experiencing the pleasures of life and allowing yourself to do that with a bold or brazen approach. But it's like bold and brazen in intent, but as far as how it appears or how it comes off or how it registers is a much more elusive and subtle focus, if you see what I'm saying, or it comes off that way. So there you have it, beautiful collective. Once again, I'm Kay, and I'm your divinator for the moment. Please do find your way back into the shore. I'm here as often as I can be, as often as I'm guided to be. I do lives. You can catch a personal with me. Just go ahead and book me. Information is all over my description box. Videos with the description box, and of course the main description on the page. So I love you guys. I send love and light and protection over all those who deserve it. And I send healing and awareness and consequence to all of those who deserve it. With that being said, I will speak to you guys another time. See you.